Welcome back to another video on Alchemy Factory. I'm Omni Turf, and well, I'm just transforming my factory. Slowly but surely, my vision will come to plan. I don't know how long it's going to take, but still going for it. Alright, just trying to keep everything running, because things keep crashing on me. I don't even remember now, because this is take 2, but this sucker stopped working on me. I stopped producing the transformation potions. I stopped producing soap. All that stopped on me because my old advanced fertilizer system crashed. It stopped getting money, actually, is what I learned. And I had to reattach the money part of my belt because I don't know why, but it was broken. Yeah, it was snapped right here. There was no movement. Everything just stopped working. I don't know why. I had a backlog of money thanks to it, though. Either way, I took the old one down and put the new one that I made up, and it's going well. It's clogging. It's good. It's running the show. I had so many rotten logs left over. Damn. Wow. Okay. That whole thing was full. I filled that up and just ran it like so to keep these things going. I took it right off the money train for the moment. I mean, I'll put it back on maybe if I have time, like before I can rebuild, if I need to. Right now, I have to do the gloom spores as a quest. Only way I'm going to get those is if this thing backs up. Kind of waiting on that to back up to do that simple request. All right, so today, I've already played this game. I already played this whole setup. I made this sucker right here. It was meant to make bandages that dispatched at 800 a day, plus having an overflow, a backlog, so it can keep a storefront going. When I did the math out, I thought it took 4 of them, because at 6 a minute means it's 10 an hour. And then that makes that 40 an hour, right? And then I figured 40 an hour times 24 hours in the daying cycle, you get 960. Minus to get out the 800 for that, I'd have 160 overflow. Well, it didn't work that way. All right. This whole thing was made. That was the plan. That was the purpose. At best, it gets to 600 out of 800. With this thing being full and it running, and I've done this for at least 3 or 4 days now in game, I get 550 to 600. That's kind of been it. That's all it does. So I could quit on there because it still gives me roughly like 100 and something silver added to it. I could leave that alone, but I wanted 800. So this was the original design that I built, filmed everything, and then now it's a reference, just like last time. The first one was trash. The second one needs to go. So I also don't know how I'm going to edit the video in, but as you see, this had some problems. I had to fix some stuff on here, change the belt around, input changed, a little bit changed on this because of overflow issues. Once the mushrooms backed up, then the wood would stop producing. Once the wood stopped producing, the charcoal stopped coming out, and because of that, everything just shut off, and now the system was off. So I installed a priority filter that will then filter all of the mushroom or the bloom fungus into the trash can to keep the system running. Now, I don't know if this thing gets stuck too because it gets full. We'll find out because it's got a long way to go and not too many more spaces. And it's still going to be dumping wood and charcoal powder. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do that. I could easily pull these out to keep it running. So if I notice this thing get full, I'm going to pull those out. All right. I did unplug this from the system so that it can drain itself out. less materials for me to have to pick up if it processes everything that it can. That's the hope, anyway. Well, all that does its thing. We're going to start building. So now, instead of 4, I'm going to go to 5. So I should produce, what is that? 6, 12, 24, 30. 30 a minute bandages. In order to do 30 a minute, I need 30 of linen. So you can get 24 with 2 of them, but then you're a little bit over. So this is going to have a stockpile of 6 a minute. Just a touch over, which I might be able to pull the extra out to, stock the store. Because those don't sell that much. So that might be enough to do that with. We'll see. Let's see. We needed 12. Right. Hold on. I'm done trying to math in my head. Yep. 60. Perfect. Which is why at 10, we have 6. And in order to get that, well, we needed 15 nurseries to do the linen. And we need 12 nurseries to do the healing potion. And that's running off of advanced fertilizer. Now, the build I came up with was utilizing the metal stands. This is as compact as I could make it. And this is all of our stands. It's 15 on this side and 12 on this side. Now, I guess I'm just going to go in and build. I'll build this part so I can bridge the gap between them again. Yeah, that'll be the thing. Yeah, so here's something I could do differently. Is I ran a line through the bottom of this because I wanted to run something out here. But I'm thinking rather than doing that, I'm going to put this right to the ground, the fertilizer. And the reason being is if I need money, I will snake it through the side of it. I don't need to space it like I did if I do that. So let's try it. Initially, it's going to come off the belt just like that. My belt's running across this way. It's going to come off the belt, go like that, come right down the run. There we go. That's not going to cut it because I have 2 sides. I take that all back. Okay, so what I have to do there is move it over 1. Okay. Yep. That is how I'll have to handle that, because then this will have to come up to that one. And I decided I'm going to start using those when I need to use them. And we do it again. Perfect. All right. Now that I have that, oops, build it. I could just simply copy and paste. That's all set. Done. Now, how do I get those in there correctly? So they're all built in. They're all good to go. Take the roof off. I'll be going up and down. Pick this up. Set that like so. Okay, it's going to get a little bit compact. I don't know how this is going to work out. We'll find out. All right. Maybe that's good. I hope we're good. right, because the bottom one's already hooked up and that hooks up the top too. Perfect. There we go. Remove the roof. Yeah, all right, all right. I'll take that. Some symmetry to it as well. So that hooks up all of our fertilizers. Done. Oops. Try that again with this time holding shift so I don't delete everything. Done. Come over here, check on this quick. I was afraid of that. I don't know why I did that. Just thought about it as I did it. I don't need that stuff. I don't know how I picked that up either. All right. I think I just chucked all my wood in there. There we go. That's still got time. I just don't need it. I don't want it to stop. I need it to keep running. If it stops, well, I mean, it doesn't take much. I just put in charcoal there. But anyway. All right. Back to the project at hand. This is where things will start getting different for me. On one side, I don't know how I want to handle it. Like, I'm thinking because I need so much more. Oh, I didn't even put out all of the amount of processors I need. I need quite a few of those suckers. It's 3 per 1. Yeah. Yeah, so for each one of these, I need 3. Oh, sorry, 6. 3 of them gives you 60. It needs 160. So I need 6 per 1. So that's what? Nice whop at 30. 30 processors somehow shoved into one cube. Over here, I ended up stacking them. Let me have a little think on how to do this. So last time what I did is I set up the potions down here as like a table. And then processed all of the linen up on top. And then just had it all wrapped around and just made a mess. But it worked. Thinking I might do the same. But this is so much more linen to be processed and not a whole lot of ceiling room. I think the ceiling room is very, very low. I can bridge the table across the top, which will probably be useful. That's going to be what I need to do, I think. I think this is what's going to need to happen. Crap. All right, so that gives me a nice flat ground. I don't have a whole lot of room to go up, but it's flat. That's about all I got to work with up there. Yeah, so I had to take all of this, like these, and then process them up. Each one is producing 60. So I know I wanted to sit down and think about it, but yeah, let's just roll a little bit. Do that. One of those. And those. right. And then I have to get myself up in the air. Those three. So here's the thing. There's not a whole lot of headroom. Each one needs to go through a set of three. There's not a whole lot of room to work. I have this void area down here. I could build up to utilize. Maybe I should start this on the other side. If I started over here, I at least have all the room to work with. Probably got to change the height of those. Let's start with this guy. Yeah, so definitely changing the height of these. Here's the three. That one comes out. Then it merges. We're going to go up one. Let's go up for that one. I don't even know if this is going to work. It's just a thought. Okay. And we'll do it again. Just this one comes from the bottom. Okay. I know I missed one tile, but I want to know. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's the height. No more. There are no more room. There's no more room, I should say, to move up any further than that. Done. All right. So that does process one column up. However, the next step would be to process. Where are they? Processors. There you go. Like that. Okay, that doesn't work because I already have the output right there. This is where I got to get a little tricky here because I can't fit two on here. I don't think so anyway. Let's find out. Nope, that'll be in the wall. I can, however, do a stack like that. So I mean, like that would work. Where I could do something like that. Run it out to the other one. And it's just not going to cut it, though. Well, so far, this is what I've come up with. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to have to try to place it all and see what happens. It's right at the right height. Can't go any higher. Got our three processors going. Looking for 60, so each one produces 60. You know, yeah, just 60 at the nursery. Comes up here, they need 20 for each one to grind it, so it splits up to 3. The 3 go into there, into the processor at 60 flax fiber. Getting into linen thread. The 3 of those come out to one line, which I can't continue until I build say the potion stuff and then build that up. But what I'm going to do is see if I can get through all 15 of these. I think I'm going to get stuck. I mean, that one's obviously going to be stuck. They overlap in a way that I'm one block off. I don't quite know what I'm going to do about that. I can't put it up on top. I'm kind of debating having the lines come up, over, and then down here, and then building a structure up. I think what I need to do is go and get a whole bunch of seeds for starters, so I have that all done. I don't have to try to snake in here when it's all built. In particular, I think I'm going to go get at least an whatever they're called, sage and the flax, because I got to do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then each one has to go to an assembler, and I'm going to do that. Let me go grab that stuff. Let's do that part first. All right, so we got this much to work with. That was enough before. It's 1 2 3 4 5 blocks, and it gives me 1 2 3 4 5 blocks. Yeah, I believe that's that, because I had that set up with 1 block there, no blocks there, 1 block there. All right. That was the outline I used, so it would fit into a block, but even on my setup, it overhangs because I have the wall. But same on that, it overhangs by 1. It is what it is. I didn't think about the wall part, having this conveyor system. How I want this to work. Gonna be 1 for 1. Right. Go like that. There we go. That is one of them. Done. Now, how I'm going to make all this work, I don't know yet. I got to figure that out. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of think about how I'm going to set this up for a moment. All right. So I got a plan. Pretty much going to go with this. Notice that it comes out to just 1 block low. I'm going to see if I can just stack these on top of each other going up. So what I got to do is something like this, because oh, I see. So that might work out better that way. All right. So if I put the sage in there, I put flax in there, and the sage in there, the top row gets weird, but at least down here, what I can do. Oops, what happened? Oh, it did work. It just lagged. Oh, because I'm saving. I could do that. Right. And then go up. Turn that around. Go there, and whoops. There. Then, once that's all said and done, you can do that again. looks like I could fit a table on that. I can. All right. And then I will take this run and go that way with it. So it's leaving. Yeah. Now, let's copy that. Move it over. Boom. There's 4 of them. I got to put 2 more in. Most of these are gone. I'm just going to delete that when I'm done. I did what I didn't want to do. That would be I have to put flax down here. And sage up top. Run in the 4. Boom, goes up, done. There you go. Okay. So now this one, I'm going to have to do each one. So slightly different. Yep. That doesn't work. Crap. Oh, wait. Yeah, that one's all done. I got to take those. Yeah, never mind. Screwing up. All right, so that has to come out like so. I guess I can, it'd be in my best interest to stack it, give myself room for other things. I think it would, instead of making it a long run, maybe. Let me play around with it for a moment and see. But either way, I have to. Could go this route. Try it out. Right. There we go. With that, I need 2 more. I could go like middles, but I think if I did middle, I'm wasting room that I'm going to need. Yeah, I think I need all the room I can get. And I'm pretty confident in saying I don't want to do it like that. If I chucked one, you know what? I think I want them on this side though. Location kind of sucks because I don't know which way I want to go. But if I did something like that, I'm going to definitely need to build all this up. Probably stay low on one. Trying to think how I'm going to make them connect because like this one right here is in the way. We got our sage and our flux. Those 2 need to connect to this one. That's simple. That's not so simple. However, if I come down 1 block, that wouldn't work. But if I come down that many blocks, I could come over this way and go up. Like that. Then this one becomes the problem. But if I move it over 1, it's still a problem. This is why I was thinking I need to stack these 2. Stack them on top of each other. Which is doable, I think. Let me, yeah, I'm going to stack them. way I can stack it. Would have to go like this. I think those have to be done like that, like that. That kind of doesn't work. Because yes, I can still make this work by doing the same method I did last time. Right? Then have that come out like this. This next one will have a problem because of that. And if I stay where I'm at, I need more nails. It does give me that. How about... There's no room there, though. I could still do that, actually. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So all the conveyors go out this way to go up. All the potions will go there to go up. Then they're going to go on this belt right there. Now, I think I could get away with... Oh, I can. I can get away with that. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if I can connect them. Do I want to fill in the void? It does give me a little bit of room this way. One more. Right. Dang it. All right, there we go. Like that. And fill in the voids again. Like that. Goes up. Goes over. I kind of would prefer that method if possible. There we go. Just because I know that's a nice even distribute. I know it gets a little weird sometimes like that. Let me make sure everything is functioning, because last time I did all this, I had to go back because there was one conveyor belt in the bottom of everything not working. All right. Now, a little bit of scaffolding. Jump it up here. I need one more. There's all the potions. All the potions are in. All the potions are done. They're all within one block. I can still put a ceiling on. At least I think I can. Yes, I can. All right. That takes care of all those grinders. And those two. Perfect. The way they're connected, I'm not entirely sure how I'm handling just yet because I don't know where they're going. That was probably a good thing I didn't go any further than that. Okay. I don't know what to do with that, but all right. Let's figure this out now. So if all the potions are done, here's all my land, my real estate, we'll say. I need to start setting this stuff up. Copying that over. You know what? You know what? Hold on. How many do I have? I have enough so far. This is all going to be flax. Okay. Let's see. 60, 120, 60, 120. So between those two sets. Come on. I gotta do this masterpiece one more time. A bouncy shroom. A bouncy mushroom that can launch you high into the air after you step on it. I definitely want to just make a couple of those. I think I won't be using stairs now that I noticed that. Yeah. Hold on now. That thing should have so many of them. Well, I'm getting I'm distracted. I need to know. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Nope. It's giving me some thoughts. Anyway. Back to this. Well, I forgot what happened, but yeah. Start this up. Looks like those ones went this way, even though that might be a problem. Like that. So that one comes out. Oh, I see. So like that. All right. Like that. Yeah. And this is where things start to not work out. So sure. That took care of that. Problem with this. is those three are 60. That's my max belt speed. So I can only have them three and these three going to each other. They can't build up any higher, so they have to. It has to go down. But I also need to route that somewhere because they all have to come to this for the potions. I'm also going to need room to set up another something like this. I mean, I don't want to waste the room down here, so I'm thinking I have to bring it to the ground and build up. The problem is the assemblers. They're quite awful for like stacking, you know? Like that's it. An assembler with a metal stand where I can take these processors and stack them on the small table. And nope, I can't fit two small tables anyway, so that doesn't really work out too well either way. Dang. I'm not sure the best way to go about this. Like, I can kind of fill up this area so I can have easier conveyor belts. Right? They're not going to merge into anything. They're not going to accidentally do something I don't want them to do. And then I could do something like this because I could have the out going that way. Still have that over top. Yeah, it'll cut through that edge. Okay. Then I could take a table. No. No, I can't because it's not at the right height. That would be where the problem will come into play. But I could take a table like that. And then the elevators don't work inside. Like I can't put one in the corner and go up. It's not gonna, it won't allow me to. Could go the middle though, right? Nope, can't go up. All right. So that doesn't work. I could block this up and put one right here. Let me remove this for the moment. Yep. And then have those come out so they merge together. I could do that. And then I could take this table and put it back. I still have this room to mess with, so I could go up. And here. Connect that over to here. Connect those two over to there. Come over to that. Block this up. That goes in there from there. So there's three processors creating linen thread at 60 a minute max conveyor belt right here. That thing should be maxed, never changing. The one right below it will be my potion output at the moment. It's kind of just what I got going on. I don't know where we're going after this step, but I do have one more. So I'm thinking I do something. Oh, that's not really gonna. I could put a table over this. Okay. One high there. Like that. Get rid of this one. Connect, lift, connect and lift. And then have them run out to that. Okay, so there's 60, 60. That's 120. That linen machine is down. Done, done, over. Boom. I am going to delete these because I don't need them here. There we go. There's the linen machine, or one of them, one of three. What a mess. What a mess this is coming out to. But if it works, it works as long as I can keep it where I want it. You know, underneath, that's my height, max height. I just got to keep building it out, filling it in. The problem is going to be starting to put this logistics stuff in here, like the priority filter, storage boxes, the detached portal. The bank might have to be an add-on on the outside, and same with the cannon. Yep. I think this thing's all run its course. It's done. Yep. This thing full? Almost. Crap. It's not gonna make it. It'll overwrote. It's gonna overfill. That's okay. That. All right. Whatever. Whatever. Let's just keep going. Get distracted. Get distracted. We got one of three, right? One of three. Done. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a calculator. Now, this calculator is telling me that having the 5 assemblers making bandages at 30 a minute is going to run 60 per minute advanced fertilizer. Well, as far as I can tell, this is 60 minus 1 fertilizer to keep this thing going. So I don't know what that equates to, but it's something close to 60. Now, with that, in order to achieve said numbers, it's got to have this setup right here. Those two go to 1. 1 assembler for linen, I mean, is what I'm talking about. These 6 will also go to 1 assembler for linen. And then this 1 goes to 1 in itself, so it's 2.5 assemblers. So one of them will always be hurting on material. Now, the way I have it set up, I know that these things will always be feeding. And I'm thinking I have to do something like this. Okay, I need the room. I need the room to build. I need all this kind of stuff. So, with that said, this linen damn it. All right. So that linen one would be taking the next set that I build here. Then I have all this real estate up top I need to use. Can't not use it, you know? I'm also making no easy way of accessing. I could always change this belt from this way though, huh? There's nothing making me have to keep it this way, that it comes in on this side. Stop it. Like I can make it so it comes in this way. You know? Then on this side would be the side it connects to. I really don't need this up here to prove that point. So then it would go down and then fill everybody. Pretty certain that's how I have that set up, right? Yeah, they go right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So with that said, that does open up this chunk to work with. I also have up top here to work with. This is probably going to be taken over by another one of those, but I have to build this up also. In particular to get this stand there. And I don't want to, like, I'll do it because, you know, what I end up doing. I keep building things and then I mess them up. Or not mess them up, but... Whoa, I just got shot away. So I can go ahead and not put that there? Okay. Because I don't have anything on this corner. There we have it. Why can't I put that there? Because I have nothing on that corner. Try again. There we go. I'm afraid that I might end up wanting to use this as like an elevator or something instead of a block. So setting that up there might destroy something later. It's the only reason why I didn't want to do that yet, but I don't quite know how I'm handling this just yet. Let's put these in. All right, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Ooh, hit the mouse. All right. Let's go. Get that one. That one. And that one. Now we take this. Perfect. I should probably put the bounce thing there and I could just jump up. Boing. All right. Okay. I'm going to say lay out the one. That one has to do that. Ooh, it's changing things up on me. I take that back. I'm not going to be able to just do what I wanted to do. I'm going to have to make this individual. So that goes into there. This one can go that way because I can set up a table that takes it, brings it up and over. Ooh, maybe not. Why'd I do that? I don't know. All right. Can't go any higher. That's kind of my problem there. I can move it forward a bit. That does pose new problems, but, you know, figure those out next. trying not to encompass too much over here. Those probably have to be reset. Try to put it. I gotta think of so many steps ahead. It's bad. I could do that. Wait, I didn't want to do that. If I have a use, I mean a purpose for a double, I'm doing a doubles. Like that. Yep, yep, yep. Did it? Okay. There we go. I guess what I could do to keep everything compact. I don't even know if this means or needs to happen. I mean, it might not. But it's how I'm going to have to do it for the moment. Okay. So there's my 3 for the next one. I do want them down on this layer. I don't want to lift them up because I want one conveyor coming out. Instead of having this spaghetti of a problem I have over here, which I'm going to have to figure out exactly where that output one is. I think it's this one. Pretty confident it's that one. But I'm already going to forget. That's the problem. Huh. Now, again, I got this room down here for things. I would kind of like the storage boxes and stuff, so it's easy accessibility for me. Technically, I put those in. I got to put 5 of those in somewhere. This is rough. Okay. How do I... The problem is if I connect it now, I'm afraid I'm going to connect it and then need to move it. Which I guess isn't the end of the world to deal with. I just don't want to. Like I could drop it down. This one I could make it go over here. It's kind of like convoluted. I don't like it. I kind of wish I knew what I was doing here. Like, if I plopped in another set of tables. It would make my life a little easier. Oh, can I not do that? No, we can't. Or can I? No, I can't. That's the level. Right? Yeah. That right there is my potion level. Which is, you know, it's fine. I can't go out anymore, though. I could kind of mess around with that potion part. Make that come in here. No, I can't because I don't have any means of getting it in there. Oh, another day. All right. So I've been trying to think about this and how I want to handle it. I could stack all 5 up like that. It fits. It's underneath. Put it right here. It does fit in here. That leaves me with this little square right here to do everything else in. And by everything else, I mean, well, priorities and boxes. And, yeah, which is good because that'll be the front of the build right here. So you have access to it, which is nice. However, it'll leave a big void right here. So I was wondering if I could put them in there, but I don't think I can. I wouldn't be able to feed both runs in there because you can't put lab stands next to the corners. It just doesn't go that way. So I wouldn't be able to bring materials across on like a double stack. We do have our output right here, which I can easily put an elevator up to bring it one up, kind of run it across this, no problem. I think what I want to do right now is quickly make this one. Because I want to know what I have. What was that? Why does it keep doing this? Alright, am I just clicking too fast? Maybe. I could probably go like that. You suck. Now it's going to bug me. Okay. I could do that. So then that one goes like so. Can go like this. So that one goes over. That's a lot of blockage. Can't do that. Like that. And then I could have that one come up and over. Okay, check. Next, I don't have a choice in the matter. I would need to set that one up like so. And then I'd have this big void area that I need to work out to make that connect. Because I can't go up any higher over these conveyor belts. I wouldn't have a choice. And then these guys would have to go like so. I'll have to take those 3 belts out from there to feed them into 3 of these suckers somewhere. If I can get them in here, I could at least utilize this. But I'd have to, I don't know what, wrap it around somehow. Should I match this height with these rather than them be different heights? There's just so many options. I don't know which one to do. And I got to pay attention to how I lay out the belts so that I don't have this weird over... Okay. So I don't have this weird like overflow. You're not going to let me up. You let me up. It almost jumped over. So then I'm down to the connecting part. Like I'm up as high as I can go. And I only have this to work with to connect everything with a little bit of room up top. And this is so rough. Yeah, like the goal is to make the item fit inside one tile floor height, and it needs to produce enough to get the 800 daily along with stockpiling. The good news with this one is the 3 that I set up, like those 3 that'll connect, say, to that one. I don't have to worry too much. Come on. There we go. And if I put something here, like if I put anything over here, I could easily connect it with the potions, but not the linen. If I put it right there, I can connect it with one linen. But I want like one continuous run that feeds them all. If I do something like this, I can't even do that either. This is also 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, 3 leading to here for the other linen, which I guess I could bring that. But then how am I going to get it out? If I put that there and connect those 6 to this one, this input, I have to get it out of here still. And I have the potion belt as well. If I come back 1. All right, let me have this as an idea for a moment. Okay. Just because I want it to be all compact like. Then that one will have to swing in to connect that way. And or depending on how I can set something up, maybe connect it up top because it's only 20. It can merge into each other. I could even just go bloop, merge it right into that. Yeah, I could just do that right there. As long as I fill that up to the top, I could just connect that right there. And then those 2 belts should be maxed. 60 per belt going into there. Another one coming out. And that ditches one of these down here, which isn't quite ideal, but then I could take this. Bring that up there so that those 2 merge, right? Because it'd be 12 and 12, 24 and 1. Yeah. I can't go any higher with that, so that kind of stinks, but that's at least all set up. I need to get these potions out of here. Which I can do by blocking. Like that. There's my potion run. This can go up top. And there's the linen run. And that's up top. Like, tip top. Like, there's no more I can go up there. With that running across there to there. Ooh, what is that? Great. that has to be that one. Yep. Crap. I put too many conveyor belts. I got lost. I got lost, and I don't know which ones are funding which ones right now. I have to backtrack. That's unfortunate. Because I think I need that one. So I believe we have just one at the bottom. Right there. I'm pretty certain that one right there is going out to that belt that goes up to go over here. And that one goes down. Right? Because I did set it up where it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's start from this side just so I can kind of keep track. I have 1, 2, 3. Dang, another day. All right. So on this run, we have 1, 2, 3 sets, which then it goes 1, and that's the top one. And the middle one goes down to there. So that's 1, 2, 3, which I have converted into this belt and that belt. This one I want to just loop right there. So there's the 60 on this line. Next would be this set over here. This one, okay, looks like the bottom one goes into this one, which then it comes up and over. Yep. All right. The second one is right there. Goes up, goes into that one, and that's what comes over to this way. So those two are funded that way. Sorry, those two. This one right here that comes up this conveyor and this conveyor. And then the third one, it has to be that, right? Because, yeah, so that has to go down in there and connect it to here. So I got to connect this belt down here to this, which I think I'm going to have to do it like so. Crap. All right, I'm just going to start getting that third one up there. Oh no, I can't go one up though. That crosses this line. They can't intersect. And it does not have any way around because I can't go up one more. I just can't go up any more than that. All right. What I think I can do is grab that one coming this way. Right, yeah. Because then I can have that one going that way. Okay. I could do that. And then there we go. There's the third one into there. So that should be maxed at 60. Oh, I'm so probably going to mess up a belt and have to go back and fix this. There's just so much happening. Those are my 2 lines I need to carry. I must hook up one more. That one more is basically just connected to this 3 set. right? Oh, sorry, this conveyor set right here. I've got to remember to hook that up. This conveyor 3 need to go into 3 processors somewhere. I'm thinking under here. Now, how I'm going to pull that off, though, with the only space I have left? That's the question. How to pull that off with the space I have? Almost all hooked up. Almost. What a pile. Like, it's quite impressive if this all runs the way I want it to. It's a lot. It's a lot of zigzags. I have these 2 outputs I have to bring around somehow without extending out past, so it has to come down elevators on this side. I do have this layer to work with, that layer to work with, and this zone over here. The only issue I'm going to have is trying to figure out what I want in these zones and building this up enough that I can bring those around. I'm thinking I build a temporary structure for the moment to drag those down, say, into here. And once I'm in there, you know, I could have like one. Oh, I can't even do that because they have to have an output. I can't even turn them around like this because, again, with the output problems. And each one will be running at 60 on its own. Yeah, it will, because it's coming right out of the nursery without hitting a grinder or anything. Those suckers need to get through grinders. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I could do the grinder setup in here, but I can't bring all 3 in any nice way. I could build all this up. To put the grinders up top, man. I guess what I'm going to have to do is just like go for it and then delete everything and start all over. Like, I don't really have a choice here. I could put this corner as like my box and stuff too. Should I bring that to the ground and build up? Maybe that's the best choice. You know, like that. And I need to start building this corner up no matter what I do. Something like that. One more up. Right. Now the third one. Why did I fall for connecting a block? That makes no sense. All right. The third one. Because I need that open. Like that. That's connected. I don't have to remember that anymore. It's done. I'd have to push everything over, like forward one. Like that. They're all 3 are connected. I would need that. that would have to go like this. I can work the edges of that if I need to. Let me remove this and this, get these out of my way. Now, those have to get into 3 processors like so. But still have room to get an output. Crap. There is no room. Like I could do that. All right. Do one of these. I really should probably be altering that, but you know. Then something like that for that one. And then I can easily just kind of fill everything in to build that up to make a structure off that. Now I have my 3 outputs here that also need to feed into this, which I got a thought. Okay. There, that's connected now, right? Okay, for starters, this is not happening. It's just in my way. Yeah, all right. And then those go that way. With that, this line can all be connected into one. This has to go up. That's only 20. So I can bring that one down like that. It doesn't quite work the way I want, but I can. I wanted all 3 to go into one belt because this is the one that's always going to be hurting. Like it's never going to be running at a max 120. It's only going to get 60. So, well, I guess it doesn't matter then, huh? I could just run it like this. I don't know why I don't have that hotkeyed at this point. Like that. So now, all of my flax is processed into linen thread. And all of my assemblers that are making linen are set up and hooked up to this one belt. And all of my potions are set up and hooked up to this one belt. Those belts right there are my outcome. Done. Like that's it. Now, I got this big void area. And then I got this area over here to work with. I got to get those 5 assemblers in there. If I were to... It wouldn't work. Because if I put it there for the bandages, right? I could drop one, but then I can't pull from that line. Like that line This would have to be bumped forward one, but then I can't pull them out either. So, so that doesn't work. And then I can't zigzag around in there. That also doesn't work. And I can't place the tables. I wish you could transform the table into a corner piece or something, you know? I don't know. Let me think about this one. This is rough. All right. So what I've decided so far is I'm going to try to, say, flatten this out. I might as well. Oh, I put the beam in there, didn't I? And gotta get that table in there. With this flat at least. Gives me that space to work with. And then I'll delete whatever I don't end up using. This can also be brought up. I could just do one of those. Okay, that corner's flattened out. I'm happy I have my linen and my things right into this one spot. So that's good. It's good because I know I'm all set of that nature. What's bad is I have to connect them all somehow. Like, I guess that's what I got to figure out. You know, forget storage and the other things, right? I need to figure a place out to put this stuff without exceeding outside my edges, because I mean, I'm done. Right, I have one block and one block. It goes up against. I guess I could really come out one block if I needed to. Then it would technically still stay within a cube, just no walls. This void area bugs me too. Like, I guess I could run those into there. You know, that might not be terrible. Something like that, because it is such a wasted zone. All right, guess I'll just do one of those first. No, that was almost really bad. Okay, there we go. Make sure that's all straightened up. Come over here, move that over. Then I pulled my two inputs that need to go into my assemblers there. It is a waste of room. However, I could put one here. I have no idea. That's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. I can only fit one table here. I couldn't possibly fit two in there, right? Oh, I can. Well, that's neat. All right. So there'd be one, two. Now, how on earth would I make that work? I gotta set up 5 of these things, man. how to set up 5 of them where I can still take the outputs too. That all has to go into one conveyor on the way out, along with still leaving me room to at least set dispatch, or maybe dispatch won't be able to fit in this. Like, you're going to have to attach dispatch outside of it. I don't want that, but I don't even know how I'm going to hook this up. Like, I don't have a clue. What I can do here, something like that. There's our one coming out. Whatever. In here. Oh yeah, that's so rough to see in there too. I wish you could skip this. All right. I can say, grab that, spin it. Come on. Let's just do this. There we go. That could come over like that. So that's picking up portions or whatever. I don't know which one. I don't remember now, but that's that belt. Just in case I need to run something underneath there for some reason or another. And then that's there. So there's 1 of 5. 1 of 5 hooked up. All right, 1 of 5 is hooked up, done. I mean, you just got to do it, right? I mean, that's kind of what I think has to. Oh crap! I can't feed that one. No. Because there's 1. Oh man. All right. I mean, I did waste a lot of space with just building blocks too. But that's not going to work. I mean, that's really not going to work either. Would that let me put a table on them? No. No, because I got that one in the middle. Yeah. Well, that's not going to work. We hooked up 1. And then... let me delete that. Let me see some. Nope. All right. I was afraid of that. So I can't do that. I was hopeful I could split it in the middle. Trying to figure out how I can have brought the line down here. But yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know how I'm going to bring them up, but I could do that. And now I have no place for dispatch. I have no place for, like, we have our input. I have no output. right? Because then I'd have to do something like that. Yeah, they're as high as they can be. They can't go any higher. That'd be the max level. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The blocks all they're everywhere. Like I have blocks blockades everywhere. For me to like pull these down, I'd have to make it that one out. I mean, it would still fit in one tile. You know, it would still do it. Yeah, I mean, I guess storage has to be outside of it. Like in this one, I had it all incorporated, but adding this one extra, I mean, just hooking that up is going to be a pain. Let alone trying to fit a storage box in here and stuff. It's not going to cut it. So I think this is just going to be a machine to make it. And the sorting, everything afterwards, you'll have to do separate however you want in the system. This will just produce. Yeah. I'm going to have to do it that way. I don't really see any other way around it. So with that said, I'm going to remove this for the moment. Right? Because we have the one hookup, which is going there. And then this one, I can make my life easy by doing like that. Then I can't put. See, this is where the problem comes in. Is I can't put this here and then a table on top. And they're two separate items. So how would I bring it over? I would have to go something more like this. And then I have an export problem at that point. So that becomes its own issue. Because then I have to go one block out that way. Which I guess works because I have one block here. But I mean, I could have probably designed other things a little bit better with that in mind if that was the case. You know what? I'm okay with that. And the reason I'm going to be okay with that is because I have to figure a way to get this belt, all the belts together. So, yeah. So we'll go one block out this way instead of this way. You know, I have this set instead of, yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's go that route now. So that one can hook up and that one can hook up. Right. Then I could go like that. I don't know why I did that, but cool. And then that could go to there. There we go. There's two of them hooked up. 1, 2. Next. Yeah, I didn't think that through, did I? Because that still works. But for me to put the table in there, how the heck do I get that belt over? Because I can't bring that over. Can't bring that over. I mean, I could easily do that again. That's not a big problem. But then that's only 3. I could loop that around, but that's that one. I still can't jump that. I do have that, though. I'm going to have to use that block, too. Definitely. So this is what I'm thinking. Delete this for the moment so I can get in here with easier access. And climb, climb. Oh, am I going to do that too? Because I still can't put conveyor belts in there. That's going to work. Uh, or planks. All right. I can't even zigzag it through any of that. Kind of blocked myself. Well. Hold on, hold on. I mean, that's going to be bad, though. Like, the problem I'm thinking that's going to happen here is when I start running these things. It's going to be really slow to 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The potion run, I believe it's kind of over. I don't know how it's going to work. Like, ideally, I want the run to work like this one did, and it has 2 and 2 and they split, so it's an even split and they're always running. So I wanted one continuous line that branches off. Now I have one line down there and one line up here for a different one. And I'm a little worried that it's not going to work out that way. But what I can do is this being a potion. I can't tell if that really connected in there, though. Yeah, it did. Yep, good. So then that one, being the linen. I can't go over the top of that. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, I'm stuck. There we go. Okay. Then I can throw an elevator. Right there. Boom. That's all set. Like this. I think I right-clicked instead of left-clicking. Because I don't have enough rope. Oh, rope. 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 It's safe to say I can destroy this. Right? I mean, yeah. I have to. Because it's an old build. I also have it on a blueprint if I ever needed to bring it back. I didn't even use it as a point of reference. And I need the materials to give it back. Yeah. There we go. Right, because that's 6. Yeah. All of these can all fit into one. It's only going to go to 30. That's acceptable to me. I do have these 2 down here, which is my plan to conveyor belt 1 down. Right? So then that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And 5 is interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do about 5, but I can't do too much. Like There's my 2 lines. I can drag them over. I probably have to use this block. I'm trying to avoid it if I can hold off for the moment, but that's definitely going to be the output. I don't have a choice. The output's got to come out that way. If I could fit this here, then maybe I could throw a cannon up on top and then have it shoot. Nah, forget it. It is what it is. It's going to have an input and an output. I don't really have a choice. All right? Input, output, you choose how you handle the output, where you want it, what to do with it. It's compact, all right? That's all I can say is it's compact. Let's try to figure this out now. We needed 5, all right? Let's go over here and start deleting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. Currently, I have 1, 2, 3 hooked up. There's 4. I have a plan for 4, which I have to be cautious about how I set 5 up. I'm going to put 5 right there for now. Because 4, I need the elevators going down to it. Which I am thinking I'm going from the top. I guess I don't have to use the stands either. I could make my own kind of thing. But something like that. I hope they're connected. I mean, that looks like it's at the right level. Yeah. And then I could just grab this line over. I might have to adjust one of them, but whatever. If I were to put one in here, I have no means of transferring linen, you know? Like right there, I could do that, but then linen's not going to catch it. I couldn't I couldn't do anything if I need a table. Which I need a table. Because I got to do that. And that. And then, there's no room here either. That's rough, man. That's pretty rough. There is this one spot I could bring something down here. Right? I could escalate that down to that level. How could I hook this up on the top? I can't. There's no way unless I build up this. I'd have to. I just have no way of bringing linen down without extending out this block. Everything's so smooshed. But that conveyor going all the way down to that one. But if I was down here, I also still have no way of bringing linen down to that level. Well. I could bring linen down to that level. Right there. That's that level, though. Yeah. Yep. Because that's in the way. And then if I brought linen down to that level, that ain't going to do me any good. So I already got that one there hooked up. I guess I could say put this. I couldn't. I couldn't do that because of that. All right, I don't have a choice. I'm going to stop trying to figure it out. Delete whatever I don't need in the end. I have to take that block. Oh, that also sucks. Hold on. If I put that there, that means at that layer, I want those. And then I could, like that, like that. That. Then I'd have 1, a 2, 3, a 4, and a 5. And they're all converging here, right? So we have one going in there, one going in there, one going in there. Sure. I don't know why it had to do that, but it did. I am not going to let that happen. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 are going right there. There's your output. Now, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted because I wanted to have the dispatch completely hooked up to it. It is what it is. This is going to be a mess also. Well, I knew that was happening. Okay. All right. I can work with this, I think, maybe. Crap, it shut off. It shut off because it filled up. That's okay. This, we have very little bit amount of time. Hold on. That's enough to get it started right there. I don't have to worry too much about it. That'll restart itself after it starts going. All right. Here's the trick. I am going to take the unit. Oh, jittery. Where was my input again? I think it was this side. Yeah. That side has to go up against the wall. Like that. I gotta get up there. Okay. Come over. Oh, crap. I'm screwing myself because I'm building up against this wall. This permanent wall. Dang it. All right. The permanent wall is kind of screwing me. And the foliage is a little bit screwing me too. There it is. I could leave it alone like that for now. That should. Yeah, it's moving. So it's got a stockpile in there that's going to start filling up all these things and going to town. All right. There they come. Here they come. Good, good, good. I do, however, want to make sure it comes out. No, I don't, do I? Turn. There it is. There's the turn. All right. Now, I'm pretty certain that thing said that it still have access, so everything should start pumping. Everything should be used. Like, this whole system should be working roughly 60 advanced fertilizer a minute. This whole system should use 60 advanced fertilizer per minute. Yeah, I'm going to let it run. Going to see what happens. It's got everything it needs. I just need this thing to start filling in, which will take some time. It's probably going to take about a half an hour real time for that to happen. Yeah. Then I guess it's like a logistics hub thing. I did have it set up like this. My second floor is going to be my logistics hub. That's my plan. I don't really know how I'm going to do it yet. Yeah. So for the moment, oh, I have an add-on I just thought about. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Priority splitter. Right? So then you have that one and that one. Priority being the storage. Which essentially is going to be this. Okay, so it's stored. And then after that, it's a dispatch. I do wish I could have set this whole thing up better. What are you doing? There you go. Now, I gotta get to the roof. I don't know if this will work. No. I didn't think it was going to, but you know. Dang. Try again. That works? I'll take it. I'll take it. Uh-huh. Okay. And then I think I'm just going to do this. Though I'm not setting it up yet, I'm just leaving them right where they are for the moment. But that would be like another one to go up and then over to that one to transfer. I'll set something up. that. And then this guy's got nowhere to go, but we hook you up. So it's all there. Good. Now I gotta let it run and see where my problems are. See what happens. And then that'll be my blueprint for 30 bandages per minute. Hopefully being able to produce 800 a day, making my max amount of silver coins that I can. Luckily, I have the storage full from previous attempt. So that's good. I'm leaving that alone. It's going to take some time for everything to fill in and just get working. I'm just going to let it go. And we'll be back in like an hour of real time to see if this worked. All right. So, I mean, a lot has changed. I've been running this thing for several in-game days trying to figure it out. Like, I thought I'd have 800 dispatched every day, but it's not the case. So the system is set up to produce, what is it? Well, it's running at 30 a minute, right? And let me bring this up so I know what I'm saying. It's running 30 a minute for one, or four of them rather. Wait, five? Five. Because there's five of them. So that's let me move this over. Right. So for every 6 minutes, it is one. And we have five of them on there. So every 6 minutes, there's five. So every... Wow, I'm messing that all up in my head. But 30 a minute comes out to 6. So there's 12 an hour. Right? Nope, that's not right either. Yeah. Either way, I did the math wrong or something's wrong. It doesn't work out. Reliably, though, you'll get 700 to 750 a day. Not quite maxed, but without using any of the overstock. So you're not selling anything. It is getting 700 to 750. That's what it produces. It is running nonstop. Everything is in there. It's all backed up because I tried many different methods of getting this to work. So I know it's running completely maxed out right now. The only way I could get this to work, by the way, is I had to double line it. I thought the calculator I was using said it would only need 60 advanced fertilizer, and that's what my one belt would be, but it never filled it up. It never did it, so I had to redo the belt line and add in another advanced fertilizer cube. So I got 120 a minute. I had to create it on a second line. Right, so it's 60 on the bottom, 60 on the top, 120. And now this is what I ended up doing. I figured I'd walk you through this. So I ended up deleting that. Then I took that, went up this way. From there, I had to put in scaffolding all the way across. And an escalator, or an elevator, so that it brought it down on this side. It runs like that. I had to remove this guy. Put another elevator. Like so. Like that. So now, you know, I have my my money line. My fertilizer. And my second fertilizer. So it's 60 and another 60. So you have to set it up with 120 at minimum because it's over that. I mean, it's over 60, but it's not 120. I don't know how much it is, but you need at least 60 plus going in. And then it backed everything up and everything worked 100% nonstop. And then I tested this over and over and over and over and over and over. I backed it up. When it's backed up and everything saves up, and then inside each one holds 20, you can get 800 in the day, but it averages out to 700, 750. And that's the deal. So there we go. I would rebuild for a third time, but I don't really have room. Like, I have very, very minimal room to make this work. I'd have to redesign the whole thing to add one more assembler. Assembler. But at the same token, that bit of money isn't quite needed, right? I've already accrued 1,500 in there. I'm testing some things. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. I've been slowly starting to rip apart this stuff, throwing away a bunch of things, and starting the plans. But I don't know. Money's not a big issue at the moment. I have plenty. So I'm not going to worry about it. Either way, that thing is now set up. This is all done. I now have a 1 cubed setup for bandages going 30 a minute and producing the 700 to 750 for the dispatch. And there's the setup. Not too bad. I will say it does need 2 intakes of advanced fertilizer, and it has an output. Where is it? Yeah, right? Yeah. So output set up on the priority, so that the priority is keeping the shop stock, and when it's overflowed in the shop, then it goes to dispatch to make that extra money. That is how it's set up. You can adjust it to whatever your needs are and change inputs, and you can kind of turn this thing around, go that way. Like you got some work. You can play with it. But there's the build. That's that. As I learned, I've adjusted my advanced fertilizer a couple of times during this iteration, figuring out things. I think I have to re-upload that to Steam in a whole nother thing and delete the other one. I don't know. I got to look into this stuff. But because I added it here, I learned all my problems. And I made some adjustments. I think that about sums it up. So at the moment, I am ripping apart all of this stuff. And as I'm ripping it apart, if they're small, I've just been rebuilding them. This is what I've been doing while I keep myself busy, you know? Like over here, I now have the glass, which is not... No, it's getting there, actually. Oh, see, that's not running. So it's been taking forever, but Coke powder in there to run it slowly built up, and it slowly built itself up to here. So I was hopeful that it will continue to build this up, but it is taking forever to equal out. I'm gonna let it keep running though, see what happens. It's not like I'm dire need of glass, and if it works, it works. We'll see. That one's all set. Excuse me. So that's all set. The mortars, they're all set. Large gears, all set. And small and wooden gears, all set. I also added in some planks and some rock, some stones. I do need to do iron. Oops. I got to do the iron and the nails, but I think what I'm going to do is make steel. I got to make a machine that makes steel so that I could take the leftovers of said machine, because I throw away the iron, the extra iron here. So if I make steel, I could take the extra iron and convert it into that. So one machine to, to do it all. And that'll get rid of this setup. I'm only holding on to that for building purposes at the moment. This is running just to use it. Currently still hooked up. But I could take that down. Yeah, that about covers it. Past that, I'm trying. I killed my whole system so it could run out, so I don't have as much of a mess to clean up and throw away. It's a waste of money. I was going to try to save it, but I'd rather just get the shop working and opening in advance and move on and start, because I have to recreate. This thing works, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to handle that one later. That's a whole nother problem. But I do need to recreate the transformation potions machine. This thing does not work right at all. That's, I think, the only thing that was added on 5 that I have to work with, right? I also need to figure out, because I've been using those for quests. I've seen that for quests. Um, yeah. Oh, this guy, I got to make that too. That thing failed. So I got to make the turquoise. I got to make the Jupiter transformation potion, steel, but I'm probably going to do the steel next. And I don't know if I'm going to make a video on it or not because it's pretty simple. I don't know. I'll make one, see what happens. If it seems a little in depth, maybe I'll make a blueprint. But we'll see. I got to make one of those things next and then go from there. Basically, though, I'm just cleaning up shop. I need to do bricks. I have to make something over there for that. The potions I want on second floor. So healing potions, vitality potions, transform potions. They're all going to be up top. Nothing I'm going to do about that over there. I got to move this over there. The wooden pulleys, right? Wooden, yep. That's that. That actually covers everything. So I only have bricks, wooden pulleys. I'm going to make the steel there just because I want iron over here. And that's just how I'm planning on getting the iron. That'll be that, though. That's the plan. And then all of this can pretty much be taken down and thrown away and cleaned up. And then I can turn this into a shop. Want like this area right here to have a stockpile of all the items that would be used for quests. So I could just come right here, pick it up, turn in the quest, and be done with it. So I don't know how I'm going to make it work. I'm just testing, but I'm going to have it come down and then fill that up. I think that'll be the plan. Past that, I don't even know how the layout of the store is going to work. You know, where I want walls, where I want doors, how I'm going to fill. Like, do I want this on this side and then also on that side? Can I fill them like that with just say this floor panel removed? I don't know if I could fill those like that. I might need to... Wow, I cannot find the right buttons right now. All right, I might need to do something like that. And then up here, these are all things I haven't tested out yet, so I have no idea. So I can go like that. That's too steep. Okay. Nope, invalid angle. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I don't know. I'm not sure how I want the shop laid out, and I don't know how I'm going to set that up, but that's to be determined while I let things run and, you know, work. But that's the build. That's bandages. That's all set. I will put this up on the Steam workshop, just like the other one. But that's that. All right. See you in the next one. Later.